What's up? This is my Ratatat Pokemon Fire Red Run commentary. I'm just going to be going through the major battles and talking about them, some of my strategies. Let's get started. So, right off the bat, we have Brock, who I went in being really afraid of, but I ended up doing okay. And a quick note, so I technically I had been watching some people do these kind of challenges where they beat Pokemon with one Pokemon. Uh, and I realized, like, halfway through this run that I did with Ratatat. I always say Ratatat, but it's up for debate. It really is. You should look it up. Um, that, those runs, they don't use items in battle. I messed up and did that, but I still found it to be hard. And maybe that's because I'm a scrub. But in my defense, I tried doing EV training and got bored. So I was gonna have a Ratatat with like killer attack, killer HP, but I got really bored and no one has time for that. So basically you'll see my strategy here with Brock is I'm just spamming that Hyper Fang. And that's gonna be a real theme throughout this whole run. I would say on the Pokemon I had the biggest problem with were Rock type, um, and occasionally some Grass type, as we'll see. But for the most part, it was the Onyxes, the Geodudes that were the biggest problem for me. And so here you can see I heal. Big mistake, my bad. But still, I think this is worth watching if you're about as soulless and lifeless as I am. Yeah, so basically this is a lot of tail whip. I figured that would help, and it did. And then I hit him with the Hyper Fang, and we're doing some damage there, and we're making him flinch. Um, yeah. In other news, I've been reading Bleak House by Charles Dickens. I'm not really enjoying it, but you know me, I start a big book, I gotta finish it. So there we go, we went ahead and beat him. Uh, really proud of myself for that. So Misty was surprisingly easy. I thought I was going to have a lot more of a problem with Misty, but she ended up being, I mean, again, as you'll see from this entire run, we're just hitting that Hyper Fang. I was surprised. Ratatat has a really bad moveset. I don't know why I was surprised by that. I always think with the early level Pokemon you find in the first couple areas that it's going to be like, oh, at level 55 they're going to learn some crazy ass move, but that did not happen with Rattata. The best move he learned was Hyper Fang, which he learns, as you can see. I beat Brock with Hyper Fang. You learn it very, very early on. And here, yeah, I mean, I was surprised, but I just hit it real quick. No items there, so that one was legit. Um, I wonder if Missy's outfit changes depending on if you're playing Fire Red or Leaf Green. Someone answer that? Someone get me the info. Alright, so now Surge. Surge, again, I thought Surge was going to be a problem, but I beat him my first try. If you want my rankings of my favorite gym leaders, Surge is like top 3. I couldn't tell you why. I like his American swagger, even though I'm vehemently anti-American, but not in that way. Like, I love America. I love Americans. I and I like America, like 19th century Americanism. Whoa, careful. Depends what you mean by that. Hey, lost cause, not for me. But anyway, as you can see, quick attack. Pikachu's out. I'm scared about Pikachu because of his high evasiveness, and if he's using double team on me, I'm gonna run into all sorts of problems. So of course I get paralyzed, which happens. It happens to the best of us, and as you can tell, I switch out my music here. I was listening to Little John's Kings of Crunk. I think I just switched. It was a skit song. Because that's one of the problems with hip-hop in the early 2000s, what people call the golden era of the bling era, which is 2 eras in one, which is annoying. But they would have these skits between every couple songs, and it was infuriating. You know, every Eminem album had these horrible skits, even if the rest of the songs were, you know, they were never great, but they were okay. Anyway, I beat Surge there with a Hyperfang. Up next, of course, is the old man outside the gym's favorite gym, Erica and her biddies, as I like to call them. Erica was the first real tough battle that I had, and maybe it's because of that strong female energy attacking my masculinity in a good way, like healthy masculine fear. Anyway, so first off, I do not land that one hit KO. And this is where I started realizing, you know, maybe Ratatat's attack should have been EV training that, but alas, it didn't happen. And then, of course, gets me with the stun spore. Then she's going to use hyper potion. Erica knows no bounds. She is doing her own thing. I'm surprised with how much damage quick attack did there. That's one of the other things. As I was doing this run, I'm like, there were some Pokemon where Hyper Fang wasn't doing much, and I'm like, oh well. But then I'd use quick attack, and it would do a ton of damage. And I'd be like, how is this even possible? You're both normal type physical attacks. One of you has a much higher attack rating than the other. For all the trouble Erica gave me, I did beat her on the first try. But yeah, I mean, she is one tough cookie. You know, don't be fooled by her age, her beauty. But the two of those together is very problematic. But the Pokemon world, again, knows no bounds as to that kind of thing. You can mix a 10-year-old. I mean, what is 10 in the Pokemon world? Ash is 10, and he's the champion of the world. Misty is 10, and she's like in charge of a city. Maybe she's not 10. Maybe there's something there I'm missing. So the Vileplume, which is a great name for a Pokemon, by the way. If we're going top 10 Pokemon names, I think Vileplume is up there. Hits me with the Stun Spore. I use Super Fang, get her down to half. But I know something's wrong. I cut out, I guess, there, the paralysis heal. Save some time. The Giga Drain, man, like I was saying, Rock, Leaf, doing mad damage, but I got her. We took out the Vileplume. Yeah. So for the Giovanni run, I was recording music at the time from my computer for some reason, so I'm just going to let that speak for itself.
Just a little bored in the USA. Oh, just a little bored in the USA. Save me, white Jesus, bored in the USA. Oh, they gave me a useless education, subprime loan, craftsman home, keep my prescriptions filled. Now I can't get off, but I can kind of deal with being born in the USA. Oh, just a little born in the USA. Save me, President Jesus, I'm born in the USA. How did it happen? Born in the USA. Oh, New York, I love you, but you're bringing me down. New York, I love you, but you're bringing me down. Like a rat in a cage, pulling minimum wage. New York, I love you, but you're bringing me down.
All right, next time I'll get to the next 4 gym leaders. Maybe some more, maybe some less. I don't know. Tune in.